Hello, this is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com, and today we're going to be speaking about the Tactical Kapata. Now, I know for a lot of you, this is probably going to be something that you're never going to use, but there is a concept aspect of this that might be actually valuable to you. Now, over a year ago, I made a video on a design that I kind of reconfigured a Kapota, which is a long coat. It's a religious coat that we wear on holidays. And I reconfigured it in a way that it makes it easier to be able to carry and access a firearm. There's a lot of different variables that went along with it, but it was something that I felt was very important after I got married and started wearing one, that I needed to realize like there was an issue and it needed to be fixed immediately. So I put together a concept of just simply switching out the buttons that were on the jacket and using a snap so I was able to have easier access to be able to access the firearm. Now, a little bit later down the road, relatively recently, I made a video on the Unity Tactical Clutch that's also now, I believe, made by Vertex, and you're able to get that as an option to be able to carry. Now, right now, this jacket was configured for me to be able to use as an appendix carry rig. It's not meant for the Unity. However, I wanted to kind of like a little bit over exaggerate the aspect of it, the value of it, to show you that this is something you're able to do if you end up getting this configured properly. So right now I'm wearing the Unity Tactical Clutch. It is a belt system that I made a video on in the past where you could carry a lot of different items on you when you're walking around, and it's able to be concealed under a jacket. Now, again, I'm going to reiterate, this jacket was meant for me to be worn in the appendix carry setup, but if you wanted to be able to carry this much stuff, if you're going to be dealing with medical or a lot of other what's called types of things, whether it be radio communication and things like that, you're able to absolutely get the jacket fitted to you for this configuration. Now, to back up a little bit, what's the point of this video? This video is specifically because one of my friends who saw the video in the past decided he wanted to make a full lineup of these jackets being able to be like ready to order. So right now he has a website available that I'm going to leave in the description below that you're able to order this directly to your house with the sizing that you choose, with probably very minor adjustments if you want to get it configured. So just to be clear, if you wanted to be able to get this jacket and you wanted to wear the Unity setup, I'd recommend measuring yourself and then going at least 1 to 2 sizes up so that it's able to close off properly. Now, just like any jacket that's being shipped to your house, there's a potential that it needs to be altered in some way, which is something that he provides as well. But just as a starting point, you don't want to get a jacket that fits you very well and it's very form-fitting, because once you start adding any additional sizing to the rest of your body, it's going to start printing a lot more and it's going to be very difficult to close. So what this jacket is that on the inside of the jacket, the buttons were switched out for snaps and it connects onto the other side of the jacket, and it makes it very easy to pop off when you need to. So some people are going to be wearing what's called a gartel, which is a rope that wraps around your body. And what that does is that it's a kind of part of the outfit that we wear on holidays. So if you're going to have that and you have an appendix carry rig, if you were carrying in the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or other positions, it's very difficult to be able to access that because that kind of blocks everything from being in the way. Versus if you have these snaps and you carry appendix, you could open it up and have direct access to the firearm with very minimal change in what your outfit is. And a big part of this, especially, which is unfortunate, in the times that we're in today, where just relatively recently another synagogue was attacked, being able to be as low profile as possible is very important. When we're going to synagogue, when we're going to a house of worship, we're not trying to look like we're going into battle. We're there specifically for the reason to pray and to be involved in a community. So we don't want to make it look like we're overly dressed up. So this configuration makes it very low profile. It doesn't look like you're carrying something in particular, and it gives you the access to the firearm that you might need. Now, to those of you who feel that this is not applicable to you at all, there is additional value to it, especially during the winter when we're starting to wear more coats and you have the ability to carry more things on you. There's a value to be able to have a snap system versus a zipper system. If you have a zipper, again, the same concept applies, where if you needed to access your firearm and you haven't trained with it a lot, being able to unzip and be able to access the firearm could be a little bit difficult. The other aspect to it is that even if you were going to be usually the conventional way of maybe picking up the jacket to be able to access it, it's going to be at minimum a two-handed draw, but a very aggressive two-handed draw, because you really want to make sure that jacket or sweater or whatever you're wearing is clear enough where you get access to firearm comfortably. So that might be something to take into account, is that if you want quicker access to a firearm, then maybe this is something to look into. If you're someone who wears a suit in general, not just necessarily a long coat, but obviously this concept applies to a regular suit as well, switching out the buttons and being able to use it as snaps is also valuable, because again, for most people looking at you, they're just going to see the button on the outside and they're not going to see the fact that you could be carrying under you while still also having quick access. That's a huge valuable part to this, is the quick access component. I've also made a video in the past where it's going to be much more beneficial to long coats, but if you're wearing a suit as well, of a shirt that you're able to use, kind of like a tactical shirt, where the material, the main part of the material is a stretchy kind of golf shirt material, while the collars and the buttons are real a solid, strong shirt material. So it gives an additional layer of covertness while still being able to be a lot more comfortable. One of the issues that I've ran into with wearing a white shirt is that when you're trying to draw from appendix, the split at the bottom could open up and it can end up locking up on the actual gun, or maybe gets locked up with the sights and you end up snagging, which was a huge issue. So having a shirt like that, which is pretty much a regular t-shirt, but still looks like a dress shirt, I think it might be something very valuable that you can be able to take a look into. So a few details with this jacket. You're able to order it in a lot of different sizes that they're going to be available on the website. It does offer free shipping. If you want alterations, that's a service that they provide with a separate cost associated. The entire thing is 100% wool, but also on the inside, there's a material that helps with sweating. So it really reduces it. It's a very lightweight, very comfortable, nice jacket to actually be able to wear. It was very nice when I was able to put it on. And then the inside has just a nice looking color to it, which just adds to the nice look and presentation of what this jacket is. So this was kind of just like an overlook. If there's something you were maybe looking into and you didn't want to alter your own jacket and you wanted to be able to find an option that would do it for you, this might be something worth looking into. Again, I'm going to leave all the information in the description down below so you can reach out to them directly and see if this is something that might work for you. And if you have any questions on this setup or additional information, make sure to leave a comment below and I'll try to get to that as soon as I can. This is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com. Thank you for watching.